So now we're going to be talking about math symbols. Now, math symbols are pretty much exactly what they sound like. They're symbols that can be used to perform math equations to ints and floats. We talked about ints and floats a couple of days ago. If you need a little reminder, you can always watch that video. And math symbols can be used on anything, like a variable or just a regular number, as long as it is a number. And with that little explanation, let's move on. So, let's start off by creating a variable called num1. It's not a very descriptive variable name, but it'll do for now. Let's set num1 to 4. Then let's make one called num2 and set that to 6. Now, let's try printing num1 and num2. So yeah, they're values. But now we're going to do all of our math calculations with these. So first off is addition, which is just the plus sign, the same one we use for string concatenation. So let's do num1 plus num2, run, and we get 10, which is 4 plus 6. So that is addition. Now, let's try subtraction. Let's make it num1 minus num2. The sign used here is the hyphen. So let's run it, and we get -2, which is 4 minus 6. We can try this on the other side as well, and we get regular 2. Now, let's try multiplication, which uses the symbol, the star symbol, shift 8. So let's print num1 times num2, and we get 24. Oh, ignore the 2. Which is 4 times 6. Now, let's try division. And that is the /1/ symbol. And so that is print. Let's do num2 divided by num1. And we get 1.5, which is 6 divided by 4. Now, those are like kind of the basic ones that line up with pretty much what we think they're going to be, since that's the multiplication symbol on the computer and that's used for division. But now let's get into some of the more less obvious ones. So we're going to start off with the modulus operator. Now the modulus operator, it gives you the remainder of dividing two values. So let's try this out. We'll print num2, and then we use the percentage symbol. The percentage symbol is the modulus operator. Let me just put that here. Percentage symbol, num1. Let's run it. And we get 2, which is the remainder of 6 divided by 4. Now, let's try switching this. We get 4, because 4 doesn't go in, because 6 doesn't go into 4. And therefore, if the second number is greater than the first number, we just get the first number with the modulus operator. This can work with any different values too. So let me try 10 and 6. I'll just leave it as 6. And we get 4 again. So that was probably not a great example, but let's try 15. And now we get a remainder of 3. The modulus operator gives you the remainder. Just keep that in mind. Next up, we have floor division, which is division, but Python chops off all of the digits that come after the whole number. So chops off the decimal. Now let's see this in action. Let's print num1 floor divide, which is 2 slashes, num2. Well, actually, I should probably do num2 and num1. Let's run it. And we just get 1. But if you remember, when we just ran normal division, we got 1.5. Now, the reason we're getting 1 is because Python is taking off the entire decimal, and it's just giving you the first number. Now, floor division does not round your answer, so it doesn't look at the decimal before chopping it off. So even if you had like 3.99 as your answer from regular division here, Python would still only give you 3 as an answer. So be careful with that one, because it may not be accurate. I'm just going to put the 2 slashes and a little may not be accurate. Doesn't round notice as well. Okay, now let's do the exponent operator. You might be thinking, oh, but Prosy, that's just that little caret thingy. Well, it's different in Python. It's 2 of the multiplication signs. And what that does is it raises your first number to the power, of the second. And what this means is that it multiplies your first number by itself a second number amount of times. That's basically an exponent in a nutshell. So let's print num1 to the power of num2. Now, for this one, I'm just going to make the value of num2 2, just so I can make it easier to explain. And we get 16. Oh, I should probably have made it 3 and 2. And we get 9 because 9 is, in this case, it would be 3 times 3, which would be 9, because you multiply your first number by itself second number amount of times. And that's basically an exponent. Oopsies. And that is an overview of math symbols with integers.